Why is certainty a good thing? Why do we insist on being certain, on knowing something, on knowing this, knowing that? I know it for a fact. I don't want your opinion. I don't want a maybe. I want to know. Uncertainty raises more questions because you don't know, right? That's the difference. You can't factually know, objectively know if you're uncertain. But I think that often certainty leads to more questions than uncertainty because it usually just opens more doors, right? More questions. And not normal doors, no, I mean 3-ton Face ID, DNA testing, thumbprint, lock and key, huge doors because we're certain, because we know something. And it just opens the doors to what we don't know, how big this universe is. I mean, I think it's amazing how we think that we will ever know anything about this universe. Like, I mean, who are we humans to try to understand the inner workings of God, the inner workings of the universe, of nature? Who are we to be on this world and take all this beauty around us and just try to replace it with the beauty of man, right? Certainty has no benefit. It does nothing. It only, certainty is of the flesh, right? When you're certain about something, that matters to the flesh, to the body. But it has no effect for the soul, only the flesh. Uncertainty is the opposite. Uncertainty doesn't affect the flesh because the flesh is indifferent. It doesn't know anything, right? It's just a vessel, right? But the soul wonders. The soul aspires to know, to have curiosity, to find God, to find what it is that we're looking for. And that's its nature. That's the nature of the soul, to wonder. Uncertainty is medicine for the soul, allowing the soul to separate itself from the flesh in wonder. When you wonder, you're taking the flesh away. You're basically like having soul extract. You're just saying, you know what, I'm going to forget about all of this. I'm going to forget about how I can't prove any of this and how this is just me being crazy, me just coming up with random stuff. I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to let my mind wander throughout the universe. I'm going to let it just wander and wonder. And I think that we're so focused on certainty when it's, like I said, it's of the flesh. You know, it's like Marcus Aurelius says in his book Meditations, or his journal entries, or meditations. The soul, basically, the soul matters. The flesh is indifferent. The flesh doesn't like know anything. It doesn't think. It's just like a vessel of the soul, right? We need to forget about the matters of the flesh and the matters of this world. We need to be worried about virtue of the soul. Uh, and I think we're just too focused on the flesh. The flesh feels good. The flesh is euphoric, but it's not eudaimonious, right? Those directly contradict each other, right? In the same way that, um, I don't know what I was about to say, but euphoria is the opposite of eudaimonia. Euphoria is that would take a long time for me to address. Eudaimonia is the opposite of euphoria. And for anyone that's kind of wondering what I'm saying, euphoria is like just feeling great. Like it's just feeling good, like if you get high, that's like euphoric, you just feel great. An orgasm is euphoric. But love isn't euphoric, right? uh, improving yourself, improving your virtue isn't euphoric. Eudaimonia is a Greek word. Doesn't really have a direct English definition, but the best way of explaining it is kind of happiness, but it's more than happiness. Happiness is too shallow. Happiness is confusing. Eudaimonia, the best way I can explain it is flourishing, human excellence, human contentment, human fulfillment. It is happiness, but so much more, so much more. Happiness is just something we look for. Eudaimonia is something we strive for. I actually wrote a poem. I've been getting into poems and drawing recently. I don't really know why, but I'm gonna read it. I wrote this in about 5 minutes. Uh, yeah, but it reads: Certainty is uncertain, uncertainty is certain. How must we ascertain that which we cannot obtain? It is all of the flesh. Uncertainty is wonder, like the beauty of thunder. Have you ever watched the rain, embraced the pain? Why is the flesh our main? Why must we be sane? To be sane is to stay in lane. The soul cannot, for it does not rot, nor cast its lot. And I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think about syllables. I just kind of wrote it. It's not very good, you know. I mean, right now it's because I recently wrote it, so it sounds better. But I'm sure tomorrow I'm gonna be like, dude, this is terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wrote about that. I was like, I just felt like talking about it. This is probably never gonna be uploaded, but I don't know. I just felt an urge to talk about it. God bless. See ya.